Wow, thank you. Mama, okay, now I'm ready for you. Give me a kiss. Oh, thank you. Good morning and happy Monday. We have a very special snuggly guest today, as you guys can see.
Coach Boogie has some announcements he needs to make today.
Yes, all the things today.
There's a lot of things today. First of all, we want to say congratulations to everybody who followed through and fully completed the 21-day In Motion Challenge. If you didn't, you can do it again. That's okay. If you did, you can also do it again.
If you're watching this and you did it and you completed it, please drop a comment and tell us complete. So, you know, really the purpose of this challenge, why did we choose to do it for you guys in the first place? And of course we partook in it as well.
Yep.
Is because it teaches you discipline. And when you're disciplined, you're able to achieve anything. So now don't think that if you completed it, then now you're a disciplined person, right? Mm-hmm. Discipline is a daily act. You may have proven to yourself that you have an ability to become disciplined.
Look at all y'all though.
But, what, Boogie? But that does not make you disciplined yet, okay? Nobody in here is disciplined. And neither are we, right? Like we all have more room to become disciplined. I mean, yes, we're disciplined, but
she's speaking as English as a second language, right?
But so
we're disciplined.
We're disciplined, but
everybody, yes, can be more disciplined.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. And you can too. Just because, like, for one, congratulations if you did. The reality is, if you can do something for 21 days, you can do something for the rest of your life. Okay, but the more time that the
more consecutive days you do the more consecutive days you stick to your word. If you initially had intentions of following through and completing the 21-day In Motion Challenge, and you did, then you have stuck to your word for 21 days in a row. The more consecutive days in a row you stick to your word, regardless of what it is, the more disciplined you get. And yes. The more habits you build.
Right, the more disciplined you become. Somebody was asking me a question this morning, and, basically she was saying it's one of our inner circle clients, and she just started with us last week. And she was telling me, I find that, I noticed that I have a hard time getting motivated, and also that discipline is a struggle area. I'm like, dude, of course, that's why you're here, right? Like motivation and discipline is a daily act. You don't just find motivation, you become motivated, right? Erin and I are motivational because we are motivated, right? We show up even when we don't want to. And those two go hand in hand together. So don't think that motivation is this thing that, like you find somewhere, like that you have to dig a ditch to find it. No. Right? Motivation is who you become, and it's a byproduct of a lot of things, right? Like your social environment, your mental environment, your physical environment. I guarantee each and every one of you guys that, if you live in a house with people who do not take care of themselves, never work out, your job is miserable, people are complaining all the time, you're going to struggle with motivation because your environment is just sucking the living hell out of you, right? Versus somebody who all they know is people who are supporting them, and everybody around them is getting shit done, doing the In Motion Challenge, or just doing their workouts, burn zone, whatever it may be. Do you think they'll have an easier time becoming motivated?
There's two ways that motivation comes, and sometimes it does just come. But you either have to create it or whenever it does just come to you, it comes to you because you're already in the ditch. And you're already in so much pain that you're so motivated to get out. Right? But once you're no longer in the ditch, you don't feel that pain so much. So then motivation lacks, and then it needs to be created.
Yeah. Why do you guys think we have this group? Why do you guys think we have this show?
Why do you think we do random freaking challenges all the time? To keep you motivated, to create motivation.
Right, because it's who you become. It's a daily, motivation is a daily act, right? Like the more you show up, the better results you get, the more motivated you become. Let's say, you know, you wake up in the morning, you get dressed, right? You look at yourself. If you see a big belly versus like abs, you're going to be a lot less motivated.
Wait,
right?
in which case?
Huh?
If you see,
like, you know, like if you have a gut versus like,
if you don't like what you are seeing, you're going to be more motivated than if you do like what you're seeing.
No, I'm saying it the other way around.
It could, well, that's preference. That's honestly like how you float.
True. But, you know, it's like, let's say you look in the mirror, like, damn, I'm feeling myself. Do you think that you're typically more motivated than the average person? Yeah, because your environment, right, is in alignment. So
motivation in general versus motivation in the moment.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. Because you had to create motivation to get to that place, is what you're saying. But also complacency comes with feeling comfortable with where you are.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways. Always two sides to the coin.
When somebody tells me I have 10 pounds to drop, I'm like, you're in the worst spot ever. You know why? Because somebody who's got 10 pounds to drop is comfortable.
It's like middle class.
Yeah.
Like you're not poor enough or broke enough to like have to hustle your way out and like grind and get somewhere. You haven't felt enough pain.
Yeah.
Right? But then like you have enough money to do things and get by, so it's not like you're suffering, but you have no motivation to do better.
You're just okay being okay. Right? You're just okay being okay. And I think it's the worst place to be in, because when you are okay, you're not feeling this external pain that's like, you know, this basically person talking in your ear like, man, like your life could be so much better, blah, blah, blah. Like imagine if you have all these elements facing against you every single day, and you know that your life depends on it, right? Then you have a bigger reason to show up. Also, when you have a lot of good shit going on, you know that it took a lot of work, and you also know how much work it took to get there, right? So you're not gonna let it go. However, when you're just okay, right? Like how are you going to get to the next level, right? Like you don't have a justified reason, like your life depends on it, right? Because you're not taking medication, the doctor didn't tell you, look, you have 100 days to live, you know, and with today's society, everything convenient, like, oh, would you rather eat shit, or, you know, that comes to you fast and, you know, overwhelms your palate because it's high in sugar and high in sodium, or would you rather eat vegetables and, you know, drop down and give us 200 burpees and it sucks? You'd rather stay in your comfort zone, unless you create this mindset that, you know that your life depends on it, right? So like being average or being comfortable or being okay is the worst place you want to be in, because you don't have a big enough why to take it to the next level.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the bottom line.
Right.
But there's always two sides to every coin.
Of course.
Results are motivating. So if you're going the right direction, you could feel motivated. But once you get to a certain point to where you start to feel comfortable, how many of you have gotten complacent and been like, oh yeah, sure, I'm doing really good, so I can eat this here, I can eat that there. How many people have been in really good shape and then gone completely the opposite way? So it's like, yes, kind of, we say these things, but they're all scenarios. And so I guess this totally isn't the topic, but you guys are used to us going off the rails. So that's okay. But you have to assess for yourself, how can I create motivation? If I'm losing it, if I'm lacking it, where do I need to absorb it from, right? Rather than just getting complacent and lax. do I need to create more discipline? Where can I do that? What kind of challenge can I give myself? Who do I need to surround myself with? And these are all the things that are going to keep you moving forward, rather than getting to a certain point and then either stalling or taking steps back, right? Okay.
I'm curious,
We
before
talked a lot about
we move
motivation.
on to a couple other things,
It is
you
Monday.
guys, weight loss is simple, and we always tell you that weight loss is simple, but it's hard, right? How many of you guys are pros at losing weight, in the sense that I know that you lost at least 20 pounds in your life, at least one time in your life? Drop a
Physically,
comment and say me.
physically, it's easy. Psychologically, it is absolutely the opposite.
Right.
For mostly, not all the time, but mostly for women.
Yes.
Not all the time. Some women will have the typical dude response where it's like, you just tell them what to do and they're like, okay, I did it. Like, that's most men. They're like, oh, I lost 50 pounds. What'd you do? Oh, I just stopped drinking soda and started eating chicken and broccoli every day, and I started running. And then, the typical woman is, we're much more emotional and emotionally attached to food and things. So,
Our boy Mark Fleeg, though, I see that you're watching this. It's great to have you here today, buddy.
Mark's amazing.
But he's like so emotionally in tune. You're a very special dude, and I told you that many times.
The only men that survive in our group, are confident enough to show any kind of femininity. Is that a word?
Embrace
Any kind of femininely considered quality. And that's it. Are confident enough to embrace whatever feminine kind of qualities they have and run with it. It's amazing.
Yeah. So, we saw so many of you guys said me. The reality is weight loss is simple, but weight loss is hard mentally, right? It's easy to lose 20 pounds because if you lost 20 pounds, then you have a lot more than 20 pounds to lose. So you are in pain, right? But, the point is, so you started here, you were in pain, you got to a point where you were no longer in pain, you were just fine, right? So then it all went back, right? So you're just here, right? What will take for you to go from here to here, right? It's all in here, right? So motivation is not something that, we're born with. It's who we become. We become motivated, we become disciplined. And, that's why this show, this group, and all of you guys, just tuning in every single morning and just showing one another support, it's so incredible to watch. And the value that it's bringing to your life, I hope that you guys are really cherishing it, because it plays a big role in your journey. But moving on, let's do a couple housekeeping things, because it is not September yet, but it's weird to have the last day of the month on a Monday. I feel like today's September 1st.
Whatever.
But knowing that September is right around the corner, we do have a lot of things coming at you. So maybe if you're able to take notes, you may want to drop down these events.
We should make a calendar.
Yeah.
Just ideas. For now.
We will make a calendar, and we'll drop a post with calendar, things that are happening this month. But basically, we just ended the 21-day challenge yesterday. Congratulations to anybody who partook in it. And I think today, X Endurance is gonna announce who wins the $1,000 prize.
So every Monday X Endurance gives away $1,000. So anybody who qualified, anybody who purchased the motion box and then did the memberships, the yearly membership XND or XND Lite, finished the 21 days, and then give a simple either written or video testimonial, you're eligible for that $1,000 giveaway today. I don't know what time they announce it, but I know that I'm going to keep my eyes out for it. I also might just message Jason to see. But anyways, yes, there will be announced today, and we should all, whoever in our group that started 3 weeks ago, to qualify for today's giveaway, assuming you completed everything in your app, You marked every day in your app and then submitted that testimonial as of yesterday. If you didn't do that, you might be then eligible for next Monday, because it's the Monday after you complete all of the stuff. Okay? So if you forgot to log that last day by yesterday, that's okay. Log it. You'll just be eligible for next week's giveaway. Okay?
Today
Today
is a very special day.
And wait, we also said, since we're on the topic of the In Motion Challenge,
Okay, let's.
Our inner circle group went on fire about how they want to do another one, and we're gonna have a week in between, and then they're gonna start theirs next
Monday on the 7th.
So they're gonna start theirs on the 7th. If you guys want to do round 2, you're 100% welcome to join. If you do the same things to qualify for the $1,000, you will qualify. So that's completely up to you. If you're totally new to this and you're like, I don't know what the F that is, that's okay. We'll post about it in the group this week so that you know. But then we have another announcement.
Yep.
You guys have been harping like an irritating Jewish mom about us getting apparel. And today we have it for you. Today we have it for you. And it's going to be so amazing. We have only 4 things on there right now, or we have 4 whole things on there for you right now, 4 different options. We are going to drop the link. It's actually very easy. You can just do erinandsarit.com. Boom. Simple. But we'll drop the link as well. Purchases over $50 do ship for free. And just to clarify, this is a pre-order. So for the next 2 weeks, you can order however much of whatever you want. And then, look at all the hearts. That's amazing. You can drop how you let you. You can get however much of whatever things you want. They will ship, and you'll probably end up getting them at the end of September. Cool. Yeah. And then that will give us a really good idea of what your guys' sizes are in general and what things you like. So then we can just have an inventory. If you want to go, you can purchase. And we'll, of course, do exclusive drops because I have some really freaking good ideas that come in the form of tie-dye or Boogie's face and maybe Curtis the Turtis. I'm not really sure yet. But those will be exclusive and there will be a limited amount. So after this run, when we know your sizes, we can start developing custom, like, exclusive shit that's going to be epic, and there's only going to be a certain amount.
Yeah. So this is phase 1. Mandy Smith just commented, yes. She's, like, the first one to, like, personally ask me, so, like, when?
And then everybody, then it was like...
And then we're like, okay, you know what? We got to commit to Mandy. So, thanks for doing that. For, you guys, we say this, like, we have a big mission and vision. And, like, of course, we are here to listen to you.
And just so you know, like, this is not a money maker for us. Like, this is legit for you guys.
Yeah.
We want to have this for you guys. You lit the fire under our ass. We're like, okay, who do we need to talk to? What needs to happen? What do we need to put together? So honestly, thank you guys.
Yeah.
If you have our logo on your chest, we're grateful for that.
Yeah,
honestly, that just the fact that you support and you want to represent means the world to us. So that is the return on our investment. So thank you guys for lighting that fire.
Yeah.
We're happy to bring this to you.
Yeah, we're honored and grateful. Okay, so we talked about XND in motion, what to expect. We talked about merch dropping today. You guys, we told you September is fire. Most people are like, September, PSL season. Okay, it's time for me to hide in my house and start adding all that, like, winter weight, as if with quarantine people have not been doing that for the entire 2020 already. Not in this group. So we're all about challenges because we know that you guys love challenges. And if you are on a quest to having a transformation, then this time we have developed a challenge for you all, okay? It is completely free, okay? And it's going to start on the 21st of September, Monday.
I have to throw a disclaimer for anybody who is in a high-level coaching program. Don't get distracted by this. Stay in the step that you're in.
Right.
And it's going to be a case by case. For some people, this will be good. For some people, you'll need to stay focused on one thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because these challenges are for public community, but it's easy to want to just do everything and get really distracted and get nowhere. So really take caution in how many things you're doing, and make sure that it's moving you forward and not distracting you.
Yeah. So the 14-day transformation Kickstarter challenge will be starting on Monday, the 21st. Like we said, it's completely free. Registration, you guys, is going to start next week. Okay? So basically, there's going to be a website, right? We're going to, of course, drop it on the page. If you're watching this on YouTube, then we'll drop the link on YouTube.
You will have to enter your email address, but if you've already given us your email, it's not going to add you multiple times. It's just a matter of knowing who's doing the challenge so that we can send you the emails for the challenge.
Because every day there's a daily email. So we do need your email, okay? Also, there's like some tools that come along with it that you'll want to use. So we're going to send it to your email, okay? Just putting it out there so that you can look at the month and, make commitments, right, to yourself. Right, so you just know how to plan. Something that we always say, you guys, is if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? So registration for that begins in the 7th. And honestly, you guys, if you've been watching us for quite a bit of time and you're like, you know what, like these girls really have something special, or if you've been working with us and you know that we've made a positive impact on your life, then, and you know that there's people in your life who need help, let's face it, I know that each of one knows at least 5 people who need help, because this country is overweight and sick, right? Then it will be a great time to just, share with them the link, right? That's going to be a very subtle way of, just like lighting fire under their ass, because there's going to be a lot of people doing it with them, alongside with them. And it's going to be very fun. It's going to be very exciting. And this is going to be an opportunity, to have you get your family members and your friends on board with this journey. Do you know how many people, whether it's, clients in the inner circle or just, in general that I speak to, who are like, my family, my friends, my significant other are like so not supportive, right? Like, or they do not believe in healthy eating or all this bullshit. I'm like,
they don't until.
Right.
So look, we can say whatever we want to say, right? There are 1,000 other people who appear externally to be like we are. Health and fitness and weight loss and all these things. And I have the best plan and do my thing and buy my stuff. Don't buy our shit if you don't believe in us.
Yeah.
We don't deserve your money. But if you do believe in us, then buy all the shit. I'm just kidding. But what I mean to say is that there's very often family members and friends and people are not supportive. And a lot of people that I've talked to, their closest people around them are very used to them losing and then gaining back again.
Yeah.
Now, when they see then somebody who has that trend lose, their mind starts to shift. They start actually transforming into a different person. You're the same person, but you're upgraded, evolved, right? And then they see you not gain weight again. That's when they start to ask questions. That's when they become a believer. That's when they become supportive. So let your actions and your results speak for themselves. And our goal in this entire community is to get you the results for the rest of your life. Because I don't only want it for you. I want it for you, absolutely 100%. But then I want you to be able to share your story and help other people. Because your mess becomes your message. And the longer and harder you've struggled with something, the more power you have when you overcome it to inspire other people to do the same. Why do you think we are here?
Mic drop. I want you guys to think about Lauren Koch for a second. I just saw that she dropped a comment.
Coach Lauren.
So it made me think about her. Right now, she's a part of our coaching team, and I keep telling Lauren, like, Lauren has, from the day she has entered our community, that woman has shown up like no other, and the opportunities that she created for herself. I'm not saying that you're going to be a coach on our team, right? But I'm saying, like, the opportunities that you created for yourself in life, like the amount, like how Lauren's life has transformed over the last, since November of 2019 is insane. It's been only 10 months, right? Now, Lauren was able to literally shift her life 360, okay? Her family's life, her marriage, her physical appearance, whatever. Like, you can just go ahead and ask her by entering one of our challenges.
Financially as well?
By entering one of our challenges.
Just one of our challenges.
Last year, she entered one of our challenges.
And that was only 8 days. This one's 14.
Yes.
The potential.
Transformation Kickstarter. Exactly what that is. So, for yourself, if you're like, you know what, I know that I'm really good with working out. I can do the working out all day, but for some reason, like, I'm still struggling. This is for you. If you're like, I'm already invested in myself and it'll be cool, this is for you. Most importantly, this is for you to share with other people so that they can help to elevate you. Because an unsupportive environment is literally like lobsters in a pot. They will try to bring you down, right? Like, one of our clients, she went on vacation with her family and she was eating clean, and she was telling me, she's like, they were making fun of me and they were trying to bring me down the entire time. Or, one of our other clients, her coworkers, like, had a birthday on Friday and they would keep on offering food, and she's like, no, like, I'm good. Like, they're like, are you sure? Like, look, you guys, when people are not on their own self-improvement journey, and they're committed to it, they will do everything that they can to bring you down, even if they love you. In fact, the ones who love you are the worst, because they're in your space all the fucking time.
There's like
their intentions are good, but their actions are not. And I don't care what somebody's intentions are. Show me, don't tell me.
There are straight up haters. And then there's naysayers. And naysayers are the people who are a little bit more discreet and claim that they care, but aren't actually supportive. Hey, babe, do whatever you want. And then Friday night rolls around. Hey, babe, you want to get pizza? Hey, babe, I love you so much.
Here, I poured you a glass of wine.
I love you so much. So on Valentine's Day, I got you this whole box of chocolates. That's not fucking supportive. That's not supportive. But also, it's your responsibility to communicate very clearly what your agenda is, so that they are aware. And then if they continue, then that's a naysayer. But some people will push food on you. This is totally off topic. I don't even care. It's valuable. Is it valuable? Okay. So
I know. I feel like this is really good, and that should just read today's.
Yeah. Who cares? So some people will push food on you because that's a love language to them.
Yeah.
Like your mom.
Right.
I don't think your mom pushes food because she feels bad about herself, so she wants to make you fat.
No.
But there are people who, because it makes them feel better by eating cake to see you also eat cake, they will want you to eat it.
Yep.
Come on, just have a piece. Oh my God, live a little. Why aren't you eating dessert? It's just one piece. And all these stupid fucking phrases I hate. It's like, you live your life, I'll live mine. Why do you care? Why do you care? You care because it makes you feel better. It helps you to justify what you're doing.
And also, because they love you, right? Like, great things are meant to be shared.
Yes.
So, like, for example, like your significant other on a Thursday evening. All right, babe, like, the week is almost over. Like, I poured you a glass of wine, right? That's because they appreciate you and they want to spend quality time with you, because wine is nothing but a symbol. Okay, it's a symbol of, like, being calm, good experiences, like, suave life, whatever. But like, you taking it has nothing to do with them and everything to do with you. However, they don't know what they don't know. So for one, you have to speak up, and for two, know that this is, they're offering you whatever because that's their way of showing you love, and because their standards are lower than yours, right? So weight loss, you guys, is all about leadership, right? Like when you master your body, your body is just a vessel. And by the way, nobody masters their body. We're all students, right? So like, please don't say I've mastered because you haven't.
Mastering in a sense where you don't have to overly think about what you're doing to keep yourself in a place where you feel good and you can keep moving forward.
Yeah, but like me having been able to achieve this and maintain it and build up on it, right, over the past 10 years has had to do with my own self-leadership and governance, right? Like, you know, the standards that I set for myself, the rules that, you know, I set for myself, my ability to follow through with it. But here's the thing. Nobody, even, I don't care, like, wherever you live and this whole isolation thing, nobody lives in a bubble. You could try to, right? And in the bodybuilding world, they'll say, like, don't go out, don't this, don't that. But the reality is that we're all social beings, right? And we strive for that. I don't know about you, but, like, I always want to be with you, and I want to keep on speaking in front of you guys 5 days a week for as long as as I'm alive. But here's the thing.
I wanted to
because other people's standards are lower than yours, you have to take it upon themselves to bring them up with you.
If other people's standards are lower.
Not everybody will want to come up with you, right? So this is where the issue lies. You letting them govern you is your issue, right? And it's going to be something that you have to overcome, because otherwise they're going to bring you down. So that's why, like, in this journey, right, like, people are going to go out of your life, or you're just going to distance yourself from other people. But I feel like most people, especially women, I feel like men are better with it, but especially women, right, have a really hard time with it, like auditing their relationships.
It's all about them feelings,
right? Like,
I don't want to hurt their
you
feelings.
act too much based off of emotions, and that's why you keep on bringing yourself down. You keep on staying with this unsupportive partner who wants to go to the bar every single night when they're not adding any value to you, because you're acting out of emotion too much. That is self-governance, right? Like, you're not leading yourself right? So you're not being able to set the standard and the rules for themselves, right? And by the way, I used to be one of those people. My ex was just like that. So, you know, as my self-leadership has improved, right? One day I was like, you know what? No more of this bullshit.
You get what you tolerate.
Yeah. You get what you tolerate.
And I want to comment on, Cassie made a comment, and I was going to say something about it. And then I saw Mark also comment, and I was like, yes. So you wouldn't, I mean, typically, there's always the other side of the coin. But typically, if you know somebody's an alcoholic, you're not going to say, here, have a drink with me. You know, if you have good morale. And so, you know, food is the acceptable drug.
Yes.
It's the world's acceptable drug. It's still a drug, and there's still real addiction.
And sugar is more addictive than cocaine, you
Absolutely.
guys.
And so it's just acceptable then to say, oh, eat this cake, knowing that somebody really freaking struggles with not eating sugar when it's in front of them. Like, legit, it is a battle of all battles every single time. Braveheart style battle when you see a freaking M&Ms in a bowl or whatever your weakness is. But it becomes it's for some reason acceptable because it doesn't kill you, or it doesn't, which it does.
It kills you more than cocaine does.
Hold on. It doesn't immediately harm you to the public's eye, like a hard drug, right? Like a
that's so powerful.
Right, like oh my gosh, like a heroin, right? Oh yeah, eating an entire pizza is better than doing heroin. Yeah, but is it really helping you? No, because in the long run,
you're clouded, you're foggy,
or it doesn't.
You're not high or low because it's a downer. I don't know how you call it, but
well, you're high and then you're low, but it just happens really quick.
Yeah, same thing goes with sugar.
You're high while you're eating it. That's it. Dopamine. It's the same damn thing. right? But then immediately when you're done, you feel guilty, you feel bad. At least when you do a hard drug, you feel good for a good period of time. Shit. You know, like it's...
Meanwhile, people are having donut parties at the office.
And it is killing you. All of that
Yeah.
processed food, it's a slow, long, miserable death.
Silent killer.
Because when you are getting overweight and your organs are suffocating in extra unnecessary body fat, that just call it what it is, then you are dying. You are dying faster than you need to be.
And of course you're going to be unmotivated, right? Because your organs are suffocating, your arteries are clogged up, your brain is foggy. Look, a body in motion wants to stay in motion. That's why kids always want to move. That's why puppies always want to play. You too. However, most of you guys, or especially the ones around you, like I believe that if you're watching this, then you're now in motion, right? But like most people around you are like, I need to find motivation. All this bullshit because you've been at rest for 30 years. Of course you're lethargic. Right? Like your body's dependent on like sugar in order to like operate. That is not normal, but that became the new normal, and that is the fucking problem. See where we're going with that? What are you looking up?
I'm looking at the top 10 causes of death. From
Yes, I'm pretty sure heart disease is the first
from
one.
who? And you know what you will not find on the top 10 is any kind of hard drug.
Right.
It's not going to be marijuana. It's not going to be meth. It's not going to be cocaine. It's not going to be heroin. It's none of those things.
Can't get it at the store.
It's not alcohol.
Can't get it at the store.
Heart disease.
One.
How do we get heart disease other than like a rare, born with kind of
Poor lifestyle.
hereditary thing?
Poor lifestyle,
Poor
right?
lifestyle.
Lack of exercise, terrible nutrition, high stress. Poor lifestyle.
Okay, number 2, stroke.
Same thing.
Same thing. Number 3, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
Same thing.
Lower respiratory infections.
But who are the people who are more susceptible to them? High risk people. Same thing with the coronavirus, right? Like you're not gonna find somebody who's like extremely healthy and fit as a high risk person for coronavirus. I'm not saying that the coronavirus, unfortunately has taken some people who are healthy and fit, but for the most part, 99% of the cases are higher risk. The older population, the overweight population, also 99% of older people are overweight. Why? Their metabolism has dropped down and they've had more years to fuck themselves up.
Now, we don't mean to be insensitive, like the coronavirus and the number of people who died is extremely unfortunate, and our hearts go to their families. And of course, like it's not a good thing. The point in us saying this is that the number one reasons that people are health compromised and why they die at too early of an age typically is because they are using the drug called processed food and poor lifestyle habits.
Yep, daily, over time.
So, anyways, I don't know how we got onto that, but I think it is very valuable.
Yeah.
That we see, if you see food as a drug, that hot dog, what are those hot dogs? Those
corn dogs?
the kosher, no.
Oh.
It doesn't even matter. Okay, pizza, Little Caesars pizza.
Oh my gosh, what's the name? Hebrew National.
Hebrew National hot dogs. One time we made an Instacart order, and somehow we had like 2 things of this weird kind of bread we never order. A massive Costco size thing of Hebrew National hot dogs.
Yeah, I saw it in the fridge. I'm like, what?
I'm like, why do we have these? And in my heart, I was like, man, why don't we give these to somebody? I was like, if you're going to ever give any kind of shitty food to anybody, because it's not a gift, it's a curse. Don't do that. Oh, you got leftover cookies. Let me give them to somebody. You're not doing them a favor. So I was like, oh, let me give these to, if you're going to give food to anybody, give it to somebody who's homeless, because they'll take whatever they can get. Mm-hmm. And at that point, it's fair. But I think I threw them away.
Yeah, you did.
Threw them away.
Right.
Like, what's the point?
Right.
You can say I'm wasteful.
It's not going to improve anybody's health.
You can say I'm wasteful, but I'd rather waste food than waste your life.
If you find a packet of cigarettes on the street, are you going to give it to someone or are you going to toss it?
Yeah, oh, we don't want to waste these. Here, you want to smoke? You want to smoke? Here, you want some meth? I found it on the road. It's free.
Same thing. It's the same thing. So, you know, we did go off topic today, but the reality is, you guys, is that, you know, this journey, the reason why we're so passionate about this journey, and for one, we'll never tell you, oh, you have to reach some like 11% body fat. Like when people ask me like body fat percentage questions, I'm like, you're so off from your goals. What we need to talk about is what you really want out of life, because clearly you haven't taken the time, and you're too distracted watching people who don't know what the fuck they want either. Because whether you're 13% body fat or 11% body fat doesn't change your life. However, when you're extremely overweight, or very healthy and at an optimal weight, your life looks very different. You have freedom to feel confident naked, right? When you get undressed in front of your partner, you want to have sex more often with your partner, right? Like your relationship gets better. We talk about it in the relationship conversations. Also, you know, if you're a parent, you have, you know, the physical ability to actually spend quality time with your kids. Right? Your kids want you to play with them, just like your puppy. However, most people take their kids to McDonald's. Let me drive you to McDonald's. I'm like,
yeah, it's fast, it's easy.
Right. No, that is not spending quality time together, right? Making a memory is showing your child how badass you are at climbing up at a tree. They're like, whoa, my mom's a superhero.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for our kids to be like, my mom will beat up your mom.
Right.
Okay, but I have to also say, as a disclaimer, being a certain weight doesn't necessarily make you healthy. There are extremely unhealthy people who could actually like the way that they look. That doesn't mean they're healthy, because you also need a balance. You need a balance within your nutrition. I saw, I think it was Shell mentioned something about being going vegan or vegetarian, which for some people is great. However, it does present its own obstacles.
Yeah.
And so I know plenty of vegans and vegetarians. I'm not saying this is you, my girl, but I know plenty who are extremely unhealthy. They eat way too much processed, like tofu, right? Like soy products, which mess up your hormones.
Out of whack.
Yeah, and you know, so it presents its own obstacles. So making sure that everything is balanced in your life, and that your mindset is right, and that you're intentional, and you have a purpose to the things that you do and why you do them, and you know that, right?
But you know, the reason why we feel so strongly about this is because it's not about the number on the scale. It's about the type of life that you're able to live, right? Like, look, when you put on your clothes and you get ready for work, and you're like, you know, let's say, you know, you're like a power woman at work, right? Let's say you're in a high position, like, and you have to wear a suit to work, and you button it up, and it's like, and the reason why I'm saying this and I'm making fun of it is because I had a terrible uniform when I went to school, and I had to button up my shirt, and due to my very fast weight fluctuations, right, on a Monday morning, it's like, you know, when the thing opens up here and you can see like your loose skin hanging out, like, dude, how unattractive is that when you go to the boardroom and, like, you know, you sit down and, like, you know, you just look sloppy, man. Like, do you think that shows you, you know, control, power, and leadership, or does that make you soft, right? Like, it's about the statement that you make when you have a healthy body, right? And we're not saying healthy in the sense that, oh, I'm not taking any medications yet. I'm like, dude, like, healthy, like, physically capable to do anything and to look that way. Okay, there's a difference between, and this is why it's not just about the number on a scale, because you can be a 6'3" woman weighing 190 pounds, and that is what that looks like. Or you could be my size, and for you, 130 pounds is what this will require. This is not the number on the scale.
If you're 6'3" and you weigh 190,
however, when your waistline is, you know, a certain amount, or when your body fat percentage is a certain amount, you don't exude that power and control and confidence as, you know, like, let's say a woman who looks like she takes care of herself. It's about the statement that you make to everybody around you, whether it's your significant other, right, your kids, your parents, your coworkers, your teammates, your boss, whatever it is, it's about the statement that you make for yourself every single day. Do you think that when I wake up and I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, you're a weak piece of shit? Or do you think like I'm a boss, right? However, you become that, right? And it hasn't always been this way for me. And this is why we're extremely passionate about this, because by the end of the day, it's not about the number on the scale, but it's about the opportunities that you create for yourself, especially as a woman.
To evolve.
Because we are still, it doesn't matter where you are, there's still so much inequality and oppression happening. Like, I mean, come on, women still have to fight to have an equal payment structure as men. I find it ridiculous. However, if we're looking sloppy, do you think that, you know, you can walk up to your boss and like ask that shit?
With confidence.
Sometimes,
yeah.
But the reality is, like, if you've overcome shit, yourself being one of them, then you're more confident, right? And you're able to step outside of your comfort zone because you do that every single day anyways. So what is stepping outside of your comfort zone in front of your boss or in front of your partner? Mm-hmm. Remember, how you do anything is how you do everything. And that's why, you know, if you're watching this already, whether it's live or on YouTube, by the way, if you're watching us on YouTube, do us a favor and subscribe to our channel. We just had 2K last week.
Yay! That's another announcement.
Yeah.
Woohoo! If you're not subscribed and you're watching this live, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe because it's way
please do
fun.
that, you guys. Please do that. We have like almost triple the amount of people on Facebook
actually,
than we have on YouTube.
You know what's amazing incentive for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel is that if you go way back in the archive, shit's funny because it's so amateur.
It's so unscripted.
So amateur.
Yeah.
Like making a recipe. You know, you see people make recipes or they like do cooking shows. Everything's all perfectly set or whatever. We've got like fucking magnets plastered all over the fridge. Shit up on top, like dishes. Like imperfect action. Shit doesn't have to be perfect for you to take action. You just have to take action. Anyways, that's in me saying that you'll probably get a pretty good
please subscribe to our YouTube channel. So here's the thing, you guys. You know, the reason why we're doing this challenge and why we're all about just, you know, gathering the troops is because, for one, if you're listening to this, then you're already a believer, right? And we're extremely grateful that you are, right? But for two, remember, this is a journey of leadership. For one, first you have to lead yourself, right? But then you lead others, right? And your life gets better when you lead others and there is an alignment, right? Like, imagine a couple that always disagrees with one another. Man, do you want to keep on being with that person? No. Imagine if your entire environment is like that. But imagine if you have an opportunity to change all of that. I guarantee each and every one of you that if you're on a health and a transformation journey for yourself, then you wish that everybody in your environment would be on the same journey with you. Am I right or am I right? If so, then this is going to be an opportunity for you to bring them alongside with you in the most subtle way possible. It's 14 days. It's completely free, and I'm telling you that it's simple. Like,
it's going to be epic too.
What we're going to teach you is going to be extremely simple. It's going to be fun, right?
We always have fun.
People are normally scared because they think, no more carbs, no more wine, no more blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, food has never been the problem. You've been the problem from day one. You just don't know that yet.
Brittany said, I saw you in your bathing suit in the kitchen cooking. My daughter's like, is she in her bathing suit cooking? It's called, what was it called? The Bikini Chef.
Yeah, we just came back from swimming in the pool.
And before we had as many subscribers on YouTube as we had now, like that was the video with the most amount of views.
Yeah.
I think, what was I making? Pancakes or shakshuka? Or
protein pancakes.
Protein pancakes.
It's also protein pancakes.
It's protein pancakes and a girl in a swimsuit. Like, who wouldn't want to watch that?
Right.
Anyways, yeah, that's funny.
But remember, this is an opportunity for you. Yes, you can be a little selfish because you know that your life will get better if everybody that you know in your life will be on the same journey as you and not like, imagine going out to eat and not having to pick a fight. Imagine like, you know, just always being in agreement with everybody around you. Whoa, this world will be a better place, right? So remember, by the end of the day, Every single day starts with you and ends with you. Your life, your body currently happened to you because of you, not to you. Every single, medical, for the most part, chronic medical condition has happened to you because of you. And the same thing goes for your family. Every single incredible, obstacle that you were able to overcome has happened to you because of you, not to you. Yep. So remember that.
Oops, I accidentally fell up the mountain to the top.
Yeah.
No, that happens because of you.
Right. Yeah.
Are we done here? Nope.
We're done. You're the problem and you're the solution. Remember that.
I have one more announcement.
Okay.
Somebody we all know is going to be on TV this week.
Oh, that's right.
And the other announcement is that I'm very hungry right now. But aside from that, we're going to have, I think, a watch party. I think Brandy Martz. Brandy, are you in here right now? Is going to do a watch party. It's going to be epic. I'm going to stay up way past my bedtime. It's going to be a party on Wednesday. But I think that it's going to be so much fun. You guys can talk as much shit as you want. I'm okay with it. But we're going to be watching the watch party with you. So it's going to be really freaking fun. And Sergeant wanted to sing to you.
Okay, and on that note, you guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We hope that you enjoyed today's conversation. Order all of the merch stuff. They're now finally live for you. Thanks to you, because of you. Tomorrow is Q&A day. Whatever questions you have, ask them away. We will answer those, and we hope that you found a lot of value in today's conversation, and we wish you the same thing as well tomorrow. Have yourselves an amazing week, and we will catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye, guys.